Hello, good morning everybody, and welcome to our workshop. My name is Carl Johnson. I'm the Chief Communications Officer at the Joshua Melton Memorial Hospital. I've been leading our It's Okay campaign this year. Our goal is to raise awareness and decrease stigma around depression. In case you didn't know, you're currently attending the Empowered to Connect Parenting Conference here in San Antonio. Before we get started, I just wanted to say, one of the most impactful and important things you can do as a parent is have an open, communicative, caring relationship with your child. If you don't have a relationship like this, don't worry. You're at a conference filled with specialists who can help you get to that. I'm going to proceed through the workshop, assuming that you know very little about depression. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is mood. It may go without saying, but if your child is having extended periods of being super down, there may be a problem. If they're having excessive mood swings or seem artificially happy, go ahead and talk to them and try to figure out what's going on. If they come home from school and put their head down on the table and stay like that for a while, talk to them, see what's going on. The next thing we're going to talk about is food. This one's kind of tricky because depression manifests itself very differently for different people. If your child is suddenly eating very little and doesn't show interest in food, you should be concerned. For many reasons, but they may be depressed. But they may also start eating a bunch and binging if they're depressed. Basically, just get to know your child. Get to know what's normal for them, get to know what they eat, how much they eat, and if their behavior and attitude towards food changes drastically, they may be depressed. So get to know what's going on. Sleep is similar to food in the sense that it kind of changes. It's different for everybody. Some people sleep way less when they're depressed, and some people sleep way more. So get to know your child, get to know what's normal for them, how much sleep they need, how much sleep they get, and talk to them if it changes suddenly. If they start going up to their room right after school and going right to sleep and waking up the next morning, or if they're up half the night every night. Either way, just talk to them, see what's going on, see if they're depressed. Another common symptom of depression is a loss of interest in hobbies. So if your daughter or son loves soccer or playing the kazoo or reading but suddenly stops, talk to them. Try to figure out what's up. Also, try to keep an eye on how your child spends their time. If they spend a bunch of time alone in their room, talk to them. So, next portion of our workshop, we're going to be talking about what we can do to help when your child may be depressed. So again, one of the most powerful things you can do is have a relationship with your child. Just talk to them all the time. Talk to them all the time. If they're depressed, then and you have an open communicative relationship, they'll just tell you. So if your child is depressed, talk to them. Be warm, understanding, and approachable. Don't berate them, and never try to make them feel or believe that it's their fault that they're depressed. Let them know that you want to help, and tell them if they need help to come to you. While you're talking to them, remember that depression is a mental illness, a real ailment, with emotional, mental, and physical effects. Don't ever treat them like it's their fault, or like they can just brush it off, or if they pray more, it'll go away. Approach depression the same way you would treat a broken leg. On that note, if your child has a broken leg, you'd send him to a doctor. Likewise with depression. There are doctors who specialize in treating depression. Learn about some of the treatment available and make an appointment if your child is depressed. Alright, that's everything. As we wrap up, we have some literature about depression and therapists around this area that you can take as you leave. You guys all have a great day.